I will give a little bit of an intro. I'd
Yes.
like Sash to talk about it a little bit too.
Yes, indeed. So this is week 2 of our Transcending COVID Global Initiative. Um,
Mm.
Last week was actually quite powerful. Last week we emphasized a lot about what the initiative is about,
Mm.
and we also talked about the importance of the point of attraction. So where you're putting your intentions
Mm.
and where you're putting your focus. A lot of the time we unconsciously put our focus onto something that we don't actually want, and how that looks like is us fixating on this reality that we don't actually want, but us fixating on it tells the universe vibrationally that that's what we want. So the law of attraction is a very, very powerful law, absolute law. It never goes wrong. What the law of attraction does is it responds to our vibration. So whatever you ask for vibrationally, and what that looks like is whatever you put your intention on, where your attention is going, that's what the universe receives. So a lot of us sometimes, because we're so caught up with all that's happening, and there's a lot of injustice in the world right now, and that's serving its purpose. It's causing this mass awakening. But what a lot of us are doing is we're unconsciously putting our focus on that injustice, and what the universe gets from that is, oh, this person, focusing a lot on the injustice and stuff. Do they want more of that? So what we did last week is we kind of introduced this idea of how about we start being more conscious of where we put our attention. Of course, we should. It's good to know about what's happening, but don't fixate on it. So acknowledge that it's happening and immediately put your attention on the future that you do want. So we spoke about that golden earth, the 5D earth that a lot of us are talking about, the earth where none of this exists, all this
Mm.
negativity doesn't serve a role there. That earth is full of well-being, unconditional love, um, wellness, joy, goodness,
Choice.
happiness, choice, abundance of choice. Not much duality there. It's on a whole new level of well-being, and that earth is coming here. It is coming, and what our intention is as well is to accelerate that shift, to accelerate that earth towards us. And I spoke about using that lasso, Wonder Woman's lasso. So imagine that
I'll
lasso, and
fix
you'll
it up.
just kind of, oh, something happened.
No, your phone is still on notification.
Okay, yes, using that lasso, and you kind of like you've got all these options in front of you, and you just kind of throw that lasso out, you cast it out onto the world, the reality that you want, and then you pull it towards you, accelerate that movement of that world towards you. So that's what we're going to build on this week. Today's emphasis, so we're still going to talk about welcoming in this new earth, but today's emphasis is going to be more about the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is the third chakra, located right where your diaphragm is, pretty much. So that general area, that's where our solar plexus is. We have visited the solar plexus before in a past guided meditation, I think probably a couple of months now. And the solar plexus is extremely powerful. It's instrumental in what we're going through right now. It's a seat of personal power. So for a lot of us, we are starting to realize that, wow, actually, I have a say in this issue. I actually can say yes or no to whatever's happening out there, and that's you exercising your solar plexus. You're realizing that your seat of personal power right here actually has a lot of value, and we're starting to awaken, and we're starting to invigorate this chakra of ours. So today we're going to do a lot more of that, and we use our solar plexus to put us first.
Mm.
And what the solar plexus is there for as well is being the seat of personal power, your confidence, your self-esteem. All these things come from the solar plexus. So we're going to start to balance this chakra, and also allow this chakra to do what it needs to do,
Mm.
what it's here for, to put ourselves first, not in a selfish way, to put ourselves first, so that when we're looked after, you can go ahead and look after people around you. We can't look after people if you don't look after yourself first. Heard of that saying, you can't give from an empty cup. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. If your cup is empty, you can't give water to anyone else. You can't help the people that need to be helped. So by looking after yourself first, you'll be in a better position to give that love, give that help that other people need. So the solar plexus is instrumental in that, bringing that to balance. And a lot of people out there have an overactive solar plexus, and not to throw names out there, but a couple of politicians that seem to be making very unjust rules and stuff. Everyone has a solar plexus. Now, it might be that their solar plexus is a bit overactive, and that's not so good as well. You know, it doesn't serve your highest good. So we notice that people who have very overactive solar plexus tend to be overbearing, too aggressive, and they start to stomp on other people's needs and their space. So that's also not the best for their highest good. So we're going to bring all that to balance. And obviously with the meditation today, the first thing we're going to talk about is intention setting. So setting an intention. What is an intention for some of you who may not know what it is? An intention is simply what you would like to get out of this, essentially. So we're going to have, obviously, being part of the Transcending COVID initiative, our main intention would be to transcend all that's happening right now that's not serving us, to accelerate that shift towards the 5D Earth. That's our main intention, but don't let that stop you from setting any other intention. Set intentions for yourself as well. Maybe you've got something that you would like to overcome or something that you'd like to attract to you. Set those intentions. There's no rule on how many intentions you can and can't set. You know, go for it. Just set as many as you like to. But the main intention for tonight will be transcending COVID and accelerating that new Earth towards us. And that Earth, that 5D Earth, is everything good. A lot of people might ask, you know, what is this 5D Earth? This 5D Earth is everything associated with goodness, well-being, unconditional love. So we're gonna play with your imagination. You know, use your imagination. Oh, what does this 5D Earth look like? Imagine goodness, wellness, well-being, happiness, unconditional love. Whatever images come to your mind, that's the 5D Earth for you. And focus on those images. And Alisha will take all of us through a guided meditation. And just let your imagination go free. And the main thing that we would like you to do as well is relax. You know, just let the energies do what they're meant to. These bowls will be played as well, and there's amazing energies out of these bowls. Let the frequencies just kind of do what they have to. And what we would like you to do as well is setting an intention is step one. Step two is putting your attention on those intentions for a good amount of time. You know, the magic number is 17 seconds. We would like you to put that intention, so the attention on those intentions you've set for about 17 seconds. You don't have to count, just roughly, and we'll kind of tell you guys as well through the guided meditation.
So you don't need to worry too much about it. And I'll just say, sorry, is the comment showing up? Maybe click back, sorry, just so we can keep it up on there, because I'm going to first take us through this affirmation. So the purpose of this affirmation is so that we all have the same intention, and all the facilitators who have joined us know that we read this at the beginning of every meditation to ensure that our focus is all in the same place. And as Sach said, you can have multiple intentions. There's no rules about that. This is just for the collective, which is to transcend COVID, move into that 5D consciousness realm of choice, love, freedom.
Indeed.
As well. You can expand it.
I just had to refresh it because it wasn't showing up for some reason.
That's okay, no worries. I'll bring it up on here as well. So we'll begin with reading out the affirmation. So this is available in our group, but if you don't have it, that's okay. If you would like to, I'm gonna say the words and then you repeat after me, just for this section of the meditation. And if you want to say all the other words, you're more than free to. So we'll begin with that. So everyone, I'll let everyone get comfortable first. You know, settle down in your space. Maybe you're lying down, sitting down, wherever you like. It's totally fine for you. Just make sure you're safe and don't fall on anything hard if you drift off. A bed is good. And
to those of you who have crystals, you know, a palm stone or a tumble crystal stone, it could be something like that or something like that, anything. And just kind of maybe put it in your hand, because crystals are great companions of ours, especially on the spiritual journey that we're all on. They're very, very good energy amplifiers. And they're just going to be there with you, amplifying your energies. You know, you are the driver. The crystals are simply the type of fuel that you're using. Maybe this is the unleaded 98 that you're using, you know, good quality fuel, this crystal here. So it's going to allow you to travel further, a lot more smoothly. It's an amplifier, these crystals of ours, and they're good friends of ours, and they'll be playing with us here tonight as well. So yeah, play around with them, you know, have them in your hand during this guided meditation. And I'll just like to remind you guys, so yeah, set intentions. Alisha will tell you when to do that. And focus, put your attention on that intention. So let your imagination just kind of conjure up pictures of what that intention looks like when it's manifested, and focus on that. Let your feelings flow, you know, open your heart. You know, you're in a safe space. Let your heart open, let those feelings flow out, and enjoy the magic. It's really powerful stuff.
Definitely.
So yeah, as Alisha said, you know, get in a comfortable position. You can be sitting down, you can be lying down, and you can close your eyes if you like to.
Yep.
And I'd like you to start taking in some deep breaths to kind of settle you down.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, whenever you're ready, if you want to as well, you can also repeat the words after me if you want to. So we are gathered here today with the collective intention to transcend or to rise above the circumstances that we are finding ourselves in. And this may be many and varied for different people, you know, maybe away from loved ones, feeling as though you have no choice, and maybe very alone as well. But right here, right now, we leave all of that aside, acknowledging it is there, but right now in this moment, it does not need your attention. Take 3 deep breaths and out. Breathe in and out. Last one, breathe in and out. And you may repeat this after me. I pronounce and declare that I was born on this earth a free sovereign being. I am a spiritual being who came here for this awakening. My essence is that of continuous wholeness, health, and wellness. I have the right to choose my life experience and carry it out on my terms. I have the right to choose where I go, how often I go there, and what I do. I know what is best for my health and well-being. I have a choice, and my right to exercise choice and my free will is a sacred one. to experience the vast well-being that exists in this earth. And I allow the universe to reflect this well-being back to the rest of humanity. My life is full of joy, happiness, and goodness. Everywhere I go is saturated with the presence of love, of joy, and happiness. I choose to live in a world of pure freedom, light, and love. My inner being knows who I am and what I came on this earth to do. To break free from old structures and rules that no longer serve me or humanity. I am a powerful being. I am limitless. And my thoughts can change the world for the betterment of all. I will create as I speak. And so it is. And now that we have set the intention for this gathering, in your heart, if there are any other intentions you would like to bring forth, you may do that as well. Something that's on your heart that's really pressing, that you may like answers to, or things to be resolved. So we set the intention for that now. Could be your health, your physical well-being, your mental well-being. There are no rules as to what you can wish for. We set that intention, we know that there are helpers along our way who will help to fulfill that intention in the physical and the non-physical realms. The intention for this session to anchor in the crystalline grid that holds the structure of this earth together, the 4D consciousness and 5D and beyond. ushering in these higher vibrational energies to be experienced within this session by us and the rest of humanity. And we invite all helpers who may come along our way in the physical and non-physical dimensions. Could be ancestors, past loved ones, maybe your guardian angel, the ascended masters, ascended beings of love and light who are here to help us and whose intention is nothing but good. We welcome you into this session and we thank you for gathering here with us. And each one of us a focal point of this crystalline grid. In perfect sacred geometry, each one of us set from different areas of the world to complete the circuitry that is required of this grid. The different rays of light to help accelerate the consciousness of humanity. Deep violet, purple, ultramarine blue, streams of pure white light meshed into one. Colors in this meditation to synchronize with the colors that are coming forth from this crystal grid. And we allow ourselves to feel the presence and maybe even see in our mind's eye these wonderful colors wrapping themselves around us as colorful garments which adorn us. These rays of light vibrate in harmony with us tonight. From the sacred heart space, these bright, beautiful colors come out and saturate the presence of humanity. Beautiful, intense colors. What do you see? Rich blue colors surrounding all of us. Setting the energetic template as part of this crystalline grid for tonight's work. Ask that these 5 and even 4 and 5D dimensional templates of love, unconditional love, choice, freedom, may through this session we receive downloads and energetic downloads. Of these frequencies of light. And just enjoy this beautiful, very calming presence that surrounds you. Breathe in the colors. Breathe in that rich, deep ultramarine blue light coming in. Allowing it to resonate with all your chakras. And breathe out. Clearing anything that does not serve. Invoking energies of love, friendship, communion in this space right here. Keep breathing in these beautiful colored lights that you may see, you may not see, you may even feel or just know that they are there. Keep breathing them in and out. They're activating your chakras. Just rest in these colors. There's nothing to do. Nothing needed to say by you. Nothing to wish for. It just is. Is already completed. Take note of the colors that you see. And these are all very beautiful, very benevolent light codes and frequencies that are being sent to humanity right now. And in this session, we are some of the first to experience these very, very intense light codes, colors and frequencies, but these will all ripple out into humanity. And you are a very important part of that, the rippling out. Carrying this light with you as a beacon within your heart. Brightening up every room and space that you walk into. Influencing every other individual as another point of attraction, even as you walk past them. These are very sacred codes. And a gift to you. They say it is our gift to you. There is nothing to do. Just sit back and enjoy these frequencies. And so it is. set the intention now, and we give thanks for these very beautiful energies that came with us in this session. Light frequencies of love, joy and peace. And it's as if these energies are saying back to all of us, they're saying, I love you and thank you. To which we also respond, thank you and I love you. Appreciate the goodness that has flowed to you tonight or today, wherever you are in the world. And we slowly bring back our consciousness, ourself, back into our bodies, reeling ourselves back in as if we were just pulling back a cord or a rope between our physical and our spiritual bodies. Just imagine pulling that rope towards you and bringing that higher self aspect of you back into your body to fully integrate these light codes as well. We thank you and we bless you. Thank you. Thank you to all who have come along here in both the physical and the non-physical realms. We give thanks for the great help and assistance that has been here tonight. Give thanks to whoever you wish to. Maybe a past loved one has visited you. Say thank you. I see you. And I know you. Or it may even be a guide or angel that has visited you. Always there, but allowing them in. Say thank you. Thank you for your help. And you may wish to ask them for assistance again to help bring you back into your body. And coming back, feeling the sensation of being where you usually are in your body. Wriggling your fingers and toes, maybe patting your thighs or standing up whenever you're ready to do so. And when you're ready, you may also open your eyes. Okay. Perfect. So, hopefully most people are back now
Yes.
from that meditation. Yeah. Perfect. And so for anyone who's new, this part of the meditation, so we kind of call it like the Q&A session. So this is not only questions and answers, but also a time for you to share your experience. You know, this is a very safe space. we're very there's nothing we haven't heard of, and if it hasn't, it's probably no surprise to us. So don't worry if you feel like what you had was a weird experience or something very unusual happening, because it's all very normal, I guess you could say. Just something that we don't interact with every day. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And thank you, Andrea. Thank you for joining us as well. Wonderful. So, anyone who's had an experience they may share, and just for myself, apologies if I went a bit too deep there for a second. I don't normally do that. I think I was just guided to share that with you all, and I guess for those who have stayed on, I mean, I think it just means that you are ready, to be honest, to listen to and receive those energetic light codes. You know, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do for the meditation tonight in terms of talking and stuff, but I guess, yeah, just took its own natural course, and really that was just, yeah, downloaded information of, as we said, the colors. So sometimes when we interact with higher aspects of ourselves and the non-physical world, we may see colors, we feel sensations that are not normally what we perceive here. So these colors that I was saying, it may have seemed very weird. You're like, why is she talking about blue? Or, you know, deep violet. And these are just how energies are translated to us, you know, molecules, right? Molecules, atoms, they all vibrate at a certain frequency, right? That's chemistry. That's atomic theory. They all vibrate at a certain frequency. And how there are different ways that frequencies can be translated to us, such as through, you know, physical matter, so physical objects, you know, even a crystal has atoms and molecules that vibrate at a certain frequency. We also vibrate at a certain frequency. And light, if you know about the electromagnetic spectrum, light is a part of it, just a type of frequency, like tuning in your radio. And these colors were just basically transmissions of these energies that are kind of trying to hit the world right now. That's what I'm getting. Trying to hit the world right now, but
are hitting the world. They're not really hitting. They're more like these energies are passing through with a purpose. And
but the thing I'm getting is not everyone's receiving it. Not everyone's open to receiving it.
Tuned to these energies, because these energies will pass everyone. And what Alisha was articulating is, you know, there are people out there who are not tuned to these frequencies, and that's, I mean, they call it end time madness, you know, when you see people, you know, kind of overreacting and people going crazy, end time madness. So that's actually a symptom of people not being tuned to these frequencies. These frequencies that are coming in, as Alisha was talking about, they're very, very high frequency energies, and these energies are here to transcend us, to elevate our consciousness, to take us to that new level, that 5D, that fifth dimension, where everything doesn't operate the way it does here. Everything is light, everything is ease, everything is well-being. But to get there, you need to vibrate at a much higher frequency. And one of the things that you must do to get to that point is to let go of all this baggage that's holding you down, you know, emotional baggage, mental baggage, spiritual baggage, things that no longer serve you. These dense energies are like weights shackled to your ankles, and then they're not going to let you get very high. So as we do this work, as we go through this these spiritual practices, you suddenly become conscious of all those things in you that no longer serve you. And as you start to dismantle those things and let them go, you start vibrating higher and higher and higher, and you suddenly start to perceive the world much differently. You know, the world could be on fire, but you're perceiving it at a much higher perspective, and you suddenly observe people acting out the way they do, and you suddenly realize, oh well, I understand the purpose of everything, because every single thing that happens around us has a purpose. And that's an indicator that you are elevated,
Yeah.
and
Or
you're
elevating.
continuously being elevated to that point where we're all meant to be, you know, the 5D consciousness, and we're all making our journey there. And to our fellow man who, well, we would love them to join us, but we cannot force them to. But what we can do is we can co-create this platform where they can make the choice whether to come with us or to stay.
Mm.
And that's the reality of things, you know. We can only do so much in terms of, yes, in terms of taking people with us. We can't force them to come with us, but we can create the platform where they can make the choice whether to come or not. And yeah, that's a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
No, no problem. No, just if anyone had questions, because I saw a few comments popping up. So thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Maria, for also joining us.
Thank you.
From the UK. So just to share her experience, what Maria has written, she felt like she was breathing in a rainbow and breathing out white light. And I think that's how I also saw it, like breathing in these different mixtures of colors that were coming in, and white was a part of that stream as well. So I felt that too. So thank you, Phoenix, as well, and Natasha. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope you do join us. You know, we hold these every Saturday, totally free, and you know, it's our gift to you. You may come and join in this whenever you like, and for those who have kids who are a bit busy, you know, this time doesn't suit, go back and rewatch it. Yeah, in your own leisure time. And Fiona, thank you for joining us as well. So she fell asleep a few times, and both Buddy, which is, looks like a dog, I think that is. Yes, a dog, and I was snoring.
That's all right. It's very common for people to do that, and that does not in any way mean that you missed out on the stuff that happened. These energies are still absorbed by a body, and as we've said many times as well, what normally happens is when these energies are coming in you, our rational mind tries to rationalize what's happening or what's this energy doing. It tries to kind of put a tag on everything that's happening, and what the subconscious does is the subconscious says, okay, too much noise here from the rational mind, I'm going to put them to sleep. I'm going to put the rational mind to sleep. So we go and doze off, but your subconscious and your body is receptive to these energies without the interruption of your rational mind. Then you wake up and you feel energized, like, oh man, I missed out on that, but I feel good. But I missed out on that though. You didn't. Not at all. So yeah, rejoice.
Perfect. I don't think our Instagram is working, so apologies to those who were on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's been a bit funny the past few weeks, so I think it's actually the platform itself. Perfect. Lots of animals joining in with us. Natasha had her cat sleeping on her. I find that with my cat too. He often, just when I'm playing music or you know, singing bowls or just music in the background, he'll often just sleep and stay with me. Perfect. Wonderful.
Yeah, nodding off is not in any way a bad thing. It's just perfect for you. You know, your subconscious said, yes, I think there's a bit of noise here. I'm going to put the rational mind to sleep so I can get the most out of these energies.
Yeah.
So you did not in any way miss out on anything. So yeah, perfect.
Wonderful. And so nice as well, you know, as well as our regulars, you know, if ever you're on here, say hello, because sometimes not everyone says hello, but it's also very lovely to know that new people are coming.
Indeed.
And being impacted by this as well.
Definitely, and that's one of our main intentions, to spread this out to as many people as we can, because as we spoke about last week, so to those of you who are new, and if you haven't watched our week 1 Transcending COVID meditation, go ahead and watch it whenever you'd like to. And there I emphasize on the importance of, you know, the collective. We emphasize about the co-creative energies and the power of having co-creative energies from the collective. You know, each of us are pretty much a nuclear reactor, and the more nuclear reactors we have online, the more energy output we put out to the universe. And if all of us are aligned to a single common wonderful goal, which is, you know, accelerating our shift to this 5D earth, it comes all that much quicker. And it's quite interesting because from last week's meditation, This week was quite a positive week if you think about it. Me and Alicia were just talking about a couple of things.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that are happening now, obviously we're in Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia, and for those of you who are overseas, you may have heard how we've been thrust into this lockdown, stage 4 lockdown. We were in stage 3, and then in not even 2 weeks we were chucked into a stage 4 with mandatory mask laws.
I think only a few hours notice as well. It was that same day.
Yeah, so quite drastic, and it has been a big shock to many people. You know, all of a sudden there's this total reversal. People's freedoms being trampled on, people's liberties being taken away, and to a lot of people, this is something that's quite negative. But what we spoke about last week is we said, you know, that point of attraction is so important. We acknowledge how what's that word? How infringing this is on our freedom, but we choose not to put our attention there. We acknowledge that is there. We are aware that that's there. We don't like it, and that's the other thing. You know, using your solar plexus and saying, no, I do not consent to this. And there's a big difference between saying I do not consent and fighting it, and saying I do not consent, but I'm not going to resist it. So in the sense that you let whatever happen with the faith and the trust in the universe that whatever's going to happen will be for the best of everyone, for your greatest good. So whatever's happening now, we would like you to acknowledge that it's playing its part. Which is not easy, because a lot of us looking at it is like, oh my God, it's only going to go downhill from here. Well, if you say that, then it is, you know, the point of attraction, so important. So what we'd like everyone to do is, you know, acknowledge what's happening and have faith that this is serving a purpose, because you know what the purpose is. One of the purposes that we've uncovered is it's leading to an acceleration of the mass awakening.
Yeah, definitely.
The great awakening that we talk about, you know, these draconian measures are pretty much a shot in the foot to whoever's planning it, because all they're doing is they're banding people together. They're accelerating the mass awakening. And this is all according to plan. The universe's grand scheme of things. The universe is amazing because it does things in a way that we can only perceive a certain amount of. There's a lot that we can't perceive, but we are. As you go on this journey, you'll start opening yourself up to more options and much bigger perspectives, and you suddenly realize that everything that happens will always work out. And that's a very, very liberating feeling to kind of play around with, you know, having that faith and that trust that everything's going to work out. And imagine when it does, how amazing that would be. We are in the midst of the greatest spiritual battle of our time. It really is. And there's a mass awakening happening. I'm sure every single day we create a ripple effect. Every one of us who are awake creates this ripple effect that allows more to awake. We create this platform where people can make a choice. And every single day, more and more of us are waking up. And as more and more of us wake up and we start to unite, realize our strength, our sovereignty, that we can say no to certain things, that's just so liberating. And it's our intention as well to spread this initiative to everyone out there. And we actually set a task for our viewers last week. We said to everyone out there, we would like you to spread this message to a friend. One person, you know, more the better, but one person.
Maria
friend,
did
family.
that tonight.
Yeah, that was fantastic. So you just
You
want to
didn't even know.
Exactly, yeah, it's pretty cool. Spreading it to one person and saying, look, we would like you to join this global initiative to transcend COVID. And each person that brings another person on board just accelerates the shift more and more. And you've probably heard of the collective power of mass meditations. They're extremely powerful tools. Very, very powerful. They can transcend anything. It's so cool.
And we'll be organising one. So we're going to do these every Saturday, as you know, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, every Saturday. But also we're looking, hopefully, I'm thinking maybe not next week, but the week after.
Yes.
We're going to organise one where we get, we have a few people who've joined, about 10 people, 10 facilitators in America, UK, Mexico, Bali as well. So, you know, we're getting all these facilitators and it's going to be held on the one day. And the purpose is as well to kind of get that mass consciousness focused in the same time. But even if you don't do this at the same time, I guess in the 5D reality, there is no linear time.
Time doesn't really exist.
Yeah, exactly.
In the higher realms, it you know they talk about this concept called layered time. So everything is happening in the present. So the past, the future, every moment before and after the present, it's all happening in the now. So that's something that a lot of us can't grasp with, which is completely normal. Being part of the third dimension, layered time is something that's a bit hard to grasp, but that's the rule of the game that we're playing right now. Linear time has its purpose, but as you start to go on this journey, you'll start realizing that time itself, it's time is relative. It's all up to the perceiver of time. You probably heard heaps of people saying, "Oh, where'd my weekend go? Oh, is it already Saturday? Oh my gosh, you've heard of these." And that's what's happening as well. Time itself is collapsing because we're moving away from the third dimension where time starts to lose its potency. That's a sign of the shift that we're currently going through right now. Yeah.
Perfect. So just to get on the comments. So for Fiona, her experience was the bowl sent her to sleep, but as soon as I spoke, brought you back. So that's good. I like to know that I have influence in that way. And Tina, she saw white light shine in front of her eyes and also felt something pin her heart twice. Interesting. I'll just ask if Tina's still online. Did that happen at the start or the middle, beginning of the end of the meditation? Because I felt that too, but more near the end, actually. So very interesting. Sometimes it's just our body, our physical body, attuning to these frequencies. So like a little pin or a twitch, sometimes that's just us getting used to it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's maybe it could be these energies bringing back certain parts of you back into alignment. It's like whenever you crack your back, when you crack your back and you feel, oh, that was good. To those of you who have been to a masseuse, if you got a massage, or even if you've gone to a what do they call those people? Chiropractors. Yes, when they crack those bones back into place, that's what's happening here with these energies. These energies will align any part of you that's a bit out of alignment, and sometimes you feel a pain or a pinch here, or sometimes a pleasant feeling, a warmth, a cold sensation, anything. Is whatever sensation you perceive is perfect for you at that time, and that's just you going back into alignment. And sometimes if you feel a persistent pain somewhere, that's an indicator. The energy is saying, okay, there was a bit of work that was done here, and it brings that to your awareness, and you suddenly realize, okay, I know there's a bit of tingly here in my shoulder, for example. That's a joint. Okay, maybe I might have some emotions stored in there that might need some releasing. And that's what also comes out to the surface for clearing during these sessions. And you, now that it's in your consciousness, you might be able to do a bit more to accelerate that release of emotions.
Yeah, definitely. So Tina felt it more at the end, and Natasha also felt something around the heart during the middle of the meditation. So yeah, and I think definitely the frequencies that were coming in were to align ourselves with these energies, of course, and the activating the heart chakra. I will say one thing which kind of came up from when we were talking at the beginning before. This is not for everyone. Okay, these meditations, not the ones we're doing per se, but this energy work, it's not for everyone. So you may see, you may have it's not that it's not for you right now, but you may felt it was very intense for you, and it's just your body getting used to it. But just in general, people who, and it's just a choice, it's not for everyone, this work. So the fact that you've chosen to be here and participate in this work, even with other meditations from elsewhere, it's just showing how capable you are, and really stepping into that. There's nothing special about us. We're all special, to be honest, but capable. That we're very capable, and really you've signed up to come and do this work that's coming here. So thank you for as well being part of that crystalline grid, anchoring it in, being that physical point, the meeting of the physical and the non-physical energies in one point.
Yeah,
because it's our job to create. It's our job to create, and because in the non-physical they can, but we came here to create things. Dolores Cannon, a very famous energy practitioner, said, "We came here to this earth school to learn how to manipulate energy." So that's one of our big lessons in this life school, we could say, manipulating energy. And that's really what we did here tonight, and always doing as well, but in a
yeah,
very big way tonight.
yeah. As Alicia is saying, it's heavy. This is heavy energy work that you're playing in right now,
Mm.
and I mean, you have to be ready to take this on,
Mm.
and it's not that it has a prerequisite. Like anyone can attempt it, but you have to be ready to actually
Mm.
go with it, because
Yeah.
it is, big stuff. You're shedding away your old self. You're learning things about yourself that you may have known but were not conscious of.
Yeah.
And it can be quite daunting, and a lot of people don't want to go there. So, to those of you
Mm.
who are here, and we're huge, huge believers of nothing's a coincidence, everything happens for a reason. You were not just, you didn't just stumble here, you were guided here. There's a reason we're doing this, there's a reason we're talking about this, there's a reason you're here listening to us right now at this very moment.
Mm.
Everything has a purpose, and you are now a beacon to those around you.
Mm.
And you being a beacon is having this raised vibration, because yes, you do have raised vibration. You're kind of allowing the people around you to suddenly realize and make a choice that they too can raise their vibration, whether they
Mm.
choose to or not. It's up to them, free will.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very powerful, very, very powerful. We cannot force them. All we can do is do what we would like to and hope that they do the same. But
Mm.
whether they do or not, it's their choice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, you want to read out that comment from Maria?
Yes. So Maria said this is the first time that she's gone that far in a meditation. Found that she would hit a wall that she couldn't pass, but here today the wall wasn't there.
That's great.
There you go. That's why you came. Today's the first day that we're having you, Maria, and that's why you came here today, to prove to yourself that that wall that was there before isn't there anymore, and that's an
Mm.
indicator of growth, spiritual growth, elevation of your vibration. You've
Definitely.
elevated yourself enough to get through that wall. What was that wall? It's an energetic barrier that was there before. Maybe there was doubt, or there was feelings of
Mm.
insufficiency, inadequacy, that's now gone. It's been transmuted. Maybe the bowls helped.
Yeah, definitely.
Heaps of stuff. Your guides, the
Mm.
beings of the non-physical who are itching to always help us. If you guys go back to, I think 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, those two meditations, we heavily explored
Focused.
and focused on the non-physical beings which are itching to help us. They just want to help you. The sad thing is not many of us ask them for help. So
Yeah.
ask them for help. Anything that you need help with, ask them. This big thing that's going on right now as well, we can ask our guides for help. You can say, dear spirit guides, dear ascended masters, archangels, I would like to ask you for assistance in transmuting these negative dense energies into energies of light that will allow us to transcend this earth and accelerate the shift into the 5D earth. Ask them for help.
Yeah.
They're more than happy to help you, and you'll see great magic happen around you in the next few days. Yeah.
Perfect. And I felt as well, Maria, I think I could feel as well that barrier being broken, and that's when in the meditation I think collectively we all contributed to that breaking that barrier, because to be honest with you, in a guided meditation, I've never been that far in as well. I just felt like boom, something was broken through, and it was just clear access to this information coming through. So thank you, everyone. We all did that together.
Thank you.
Perfect. Great. Oh yes, and Michelle, thank you for joining us as well. So it was great. So she definitely saw and felt the colours. That's perfect. And if you
Yes.
did see or didn't see anything, that's okay, because sometimes the most common question we get is it okay if I don't see anything? And
That's
to that
completely
answer, it's
fine.
yes, yeah. You might see it in your mind's eye, like your imagination. Just imagine the colors, or you don't even have to force it. Just acknowledge that they're there and allow them to sweep over you.
I think that's the key word Alicia mentioned,
Mm.
allowing.
Yeah.
Not so much like forcing yourself to see something, but just kind of letting go and saying, look, if I see something, brilliant. If I don't see something, brilliant. You know,
Mm.
being getting to that point where you're just there for the ride.
Yeah.
And that's something we learned as well when we first went on this journey. We started off, we're like, oh, we don't see any colors, we don't feel any buzzing here and there, what's happening? And you're spending all that time like
Fixating. Yeah.
fixating on this certain outcome, forcing it to happen. But the universe is like, no, no, I want you to do it this way. This way is so much better. I want you to take it this way. But you're blocking that. You're like, no, 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 I just want this way. And then you're this constant struggle, and then you don't see anything, you stop believing, and then you kind of fall back out. But what we would encourage you all to do is go with the ride, just go with the flow. Some days you'll feel something, some days you won't. Did something happen? Definitely.
Mm.
Was it good? Yes, it was. Every single day is good. Just let whatever happen happen. Sometimes we're meditating, we don't feel anything. And we've got to that point where we say, brilliant, something happened. I didn't perceive it, but something happened.
Mm.
Then the next day you feel heaps of things happen. You're like, oh, brilliant. I felt something. Something happened. You're just kind of like, just doing it because you enjoy it, and whatever happens is a bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's pretty cool.
Perfect. Let's see as well. Okay. Maria has a question. So she says she's been asking her guides with love, so for help with love for a week or so, but been unable to understand their messages. Here they came so easy. Oh, that's great. You're welcome as well.
What we've actually done, and that's another cool thing about doing a group meditation,
yeah.
we create a space that is more conducive to higher energies. That does not in any way mean that you can't do it on your own, but it just becomes more conducive as a group, and that's reiterating our point that we made before about the potency of the co-creative energies that we all put out. Having the collective there with you, so powerful.
Definitely.
And yeah, it's a breakthrough, and I think every single week that we run these, someone, if not everyone, at least those of us or those of you who share with us, talks about a breakthrough. And we're not surprised, because that is what this does. This creates the space where breakthroughs happen. These breakthroughs can be achieved outside this space as well, but it becomes more conducive when you have this group all aligned towards a certain goal.
Definitely.
Yeah, very cool.
That's perfect. Wonderful.
Just let it flow. Yes, indeed.
And for those who are interested, I thought I would share. For those who are interested in, usually we always have a few crystals on hand. For those of you who are interested, the one I was holding the most tonight was this one. So this one was the labradorite. So if you have one, otherwise you can, if you wish, you can go and get one. It's quite good for enhancing intuition.
Yes.
It's a very protective stone, and also helps to open the throat chakra. So I'll recommend 3 because maybe it's more accessible, especially if you're in the UK. I think there's a few shops around. This one is actually peach selenite, but you may know the white version of selenite more better. This is a very good stone to use in meditation. It's a very cleansing stone and activates the crown chakra as well. Very powerful stone. And the third one I would recommend, these are just my favorites, kind of like share time for me, isn't it? The third one I like to use, this one is lapis lazuli. So again, another very powerful stone for intuition, psychic awareness as well. So they kind of go hand in hand with the labradorite. And the shape of your crystals is also significant as well. So this one's double pointed, so it draws in energy from both directions. So very powerful. So for those of you who like to use it, have a couple in front of you, and during the meditation you might pick 1 or 2 and use it for that day. They're just tools, energetic tools that can help us. We already have this awareness and this consciousness within us. They just help to enhance and bring it out. What is already there?
They're energetic companions. And yeah, to those who are interested, Alicia also sells crystals. If you're after a particular one, just send her a message, see if she has it or not, because crystals, based on their properties and stuff, can help us in certain parts of our lives. And it's something that we've opened ourselves up to as well. They're just one of the many tools we use in our journey.
Yeah.
The bowls that we play as well, they're crystal bowls, quartz crystal singing bowls, tuned to 432 hertz, which is the healing frequency of the universe. Crystals everywhere. So if you guys are interested in crystals of particular kind, contact us. Alisha will be more than happy to help you
Yeah.
get